Hey everyone, Ashley here. Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies, and welcome to my review of Blue Beetle. The film follows Jaime Reyes, a recent college graduate whose life is turned upside down when he comes in contact with an alien scarab that equips him with a super suit capable of extraordinary powers. Before I get into the review, if you'd like to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos I'm posting. Time for the review. With the DC universe being rebooted, Blue Beetle is one of the last movies from the old regime. It follows Jaime Reyes, played by Xolo Mariduena, who is a recent college graduate, and he is the first in his family to graduate from college. But his happiness is short-lived, because once he comes back home, he finds out that his family's on the verge of losing their house, and that his father recently had a heart attack. So Jaime becomes really focused on finding a job and creating a better life for his family. And that's when he comes in contact with an alien scarab that changes his life forever. Now, Blue Beetle has a lot of things going for it. One, it has some really well choreographed action sequences. Like, these are some really, really well done action sequences that were the type of action sequences that you could see what was going on, even if, a lot of the scenes use a lot of CGI. The CGI wasn't terrible. And again, you could see what was happening in the action sequences. And even though it is a superhero movie that is an origin story and one with a reluctant hero, it does take a slightly different approach to that story. And Blue Beetle has some really interesting and likable characters with a story centered around family. And this is where the movie really shines because, even though it is a superhero movie, what's at the heart of this movie, what's at the center of this movie, is the family dynamic with the Reyes family. And, Jaime and his sister and his parents and his grandmother all working together, interacting with each other, laughing with each other, trying to get through life. And it was so nice to see this type of dynamic develop so well. There are emotional, heartfelt moments involving the family, and there are also humorous moments. But throughout the movie, the entire time, you just want to root for the Reyes family because it is very clear that this family is going through a lot. Like, they are struggling. And despite all the things that they're going through, there's this sense of optimism throughout their story, wanting to do more, wanting to improve their lives, wanting things to go well. But they, at the same time, remain a family unit. And that's really important, and it's stressed throughout this movie that, they rely on each other even when times get hard, and they find moments to laugh, to smile, to have fun. And that's very much a part of the story. This movie also does a really good job of including culturally specific details in the story, specifically, Mexican-American culture. And that's in the food that's mentioned, the TV shows that you see the characters watch, the use of Spanish. The characters will speak Spanish, they'll speak English, they'll speak both at same time with each other. A character will speak in Spanish and one will respond in English. It was really nice to just see sort of that back and forth and to just get a glimpse into this family and have those very specific details included in the story. Blue Beetle is touching on some other things beyond the struggles of becoming a superhero, right? And the movie, I think, does a good job of touching on some social issues here. From the very beginning, it's very clear that the Reyes family is not rich. Where they live in the town, they can see all these really tall skyscrapers and high rises that have, popped up in the city where the richer people live. So this movie does show like the differences in social classes. And this movie also touches on gentrification. It's mentioned that the Reyeses and even their neighbors, people in their neighborhood, are slowly being pushed out of their neighborhood because the richer people want to move in and buy up the properties and do developments and things. And so all those different social issues that this movie touches on feels very organic to the story. Again, it fits with, the story that they're telling with the Reyes family. It feels very organic. It doesn't feel heavy-handed in any way. And I liked that there were those layers there. I didn't really know what to expect with Blue Beetle, mostly because a lot of the recent DC movies have kind of been letdowns. They had potential, but didn't quite achieve it for me. And which wasn't a fair, thing to put on Blue Beetle. But I have to say, it is actually really good. It's a very good movie, and it's a lot of fun. It's humorous. It's very interesting characters, and again, that wonderful, wonderful family dynamic. I think this is really great, well done movie, and very, very enjoyable. I don't know what the future holds for Blue Beetle in the new DC universe. I mentioned earlier in the review that the DC universe is being rebooted. So a lot of the characters that were in the previous iteration of the universe are not going to return, or they are returning, but they're returning in a different way. Like the characters, the actors that will be portraying these characters, the stories will be different, right? I don't know what that means for Blue Beetle. I would hope that there's a place for Blue Beetle in the new DC universe, mostly because, again, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was well done. This is a very interesting character, and it's also very important for, in terms of representation. And the actors in this movie, I think, did a wonderful job. So I would hate for, a movie like this, character like this, to not, advance any further, because I think there's something really great here. I think there's so much potential with this character and how this character could be used in other superhero stories. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So that's my review of Blue Beetle. If you've had a chance to watch the movie and you want to share your thoughts, you can do so in the comment section below. While you're here, like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this.